This stream is dedicated to Diane Banker Buttlicker Margaret Thatcher Feinstein, the dragon lady with no fucking heart. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead, host of the Bag Game Hall of Fame, and welcome to the new series, Johnny Baghead's Not So Pro Skater. Now, why is it not so pro, you ask, aside from the fact I'm playing? Well, this series will be going through the mainline Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, but not the versions that most of you would probably remember or have played. We are going to look at the various conversions, portable releases, back generation versions, all sorts. Partly inspired by the fact that some of these are versions that I grew up with myself, but also just, it's fascinating to me just how strange some of these versions are. And we're starting it off, well, where better to start it off than at the start. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, released in 1999, also known as Tony Hawk's Skateboarding in the PAL regions, because they thought people would assume it was a game about inline or ice skating. So, yeah, that happened. Alright, but first thing we're gonna do, so we have three versions on the docket today. We have the Nintendo 64 version, the Game Boy Color version, and the N-Gage version. And we're going to start off briefly, I think, with the N-Gage, not the N-Gage version, what am I saying? Yeah, let me get this set up here. We're going to start with the Nintendo 64 version. We're not going to play this version for too long, as it is mostly the same game, but let me just get everything running and captured here. This happens sometimes. Actually, I think I've got the wrong... There we go. There we go. And bam! Aha! So you lot, you come up here. There you go. Hello! Yes, that was a 16-bit rendition of Police Truck. You know, appropriate for the game we got today. But yes, so this version came out. Let me get my notes. Sorry about the jump scare there. Yes, this version came out on the 15th of March 2000 in North America. This port was done by Edge of Reality. Let me... Oh, look at that. Just as good as the 16-bit version. I don't know what it is. For some reason, the menus in this bop up and down, but when we get into gameplay, it will be fine. I think it's just these Nintendo 64 versions of these games are strange, so just however they got to make them work. But yes, you know, we're on a cartridge system, we don't have pre-rendered video, so this is what we have to do for an intro. But you know, working with the tool set, this is probably the best you could do. Look at that trippy font treatment they got going on there though. Alright, well, we won't watch the whole thing here. So let's get into gameplay here. Okay. Yeah, we'll just jump into career mode here. Quickly. We got Tony Hawk, Bob Burnquist, Jeff Rowley, Bucky Lasik, Chad Musker, Kareem Campbell, Andrew Reynolds, Rune Glifberg, Jamie Thomas, Elisa Steamer, undisclosed age for some reason. What's up with that? But we'll start with Tony here. And yeah, like I said, Slime General knows this game looks like too much sugar. That's, for some reason the menus look like this, but once we get in gameplay, it'll look better. But from what I can tell, gameplay-wise, this is pretty much the version, you know, people would be familiar with. We just get really crusty audio. But, you know, we got all the same objectives, things like that. So this was not the first Tony Hawk game that I played personally, which I think that's going to be the case with most people. Oh. Yeah. I don't know if it's specific to this Nintendo 64 version, but I do sometimes have trouble grinding on half-pipe rails and getting up to speed. There we go. Yep, that's a good loop point. We just need... I might actually do this. First try. Yay! Okay. Is that everything? I actually don't remember. Oh, yeah, I think I did it all. But yeah, as Slime Generator points out, I have noticed that the bell penalty is quite severe. You can't mash out of it. Alright. I've got to give this one try. Yep. There we go, look at that. So yeah. Slime Jam main array, you can get way fast acceleration if you turn off auto kick in the main menu, but you have to hold the kick button a bunch. Yeah. So, this version, the button layout is, because the Nintendo 64 controller's a little strange, they have like what would be the PlayStation face buttons on the C buttons. But, you know, A and B are separate buttons as well. We'll look at one more level here. We'll go school, and then we'll probably swap from here. And also I saw Chamberson in chat mentioning the glitch. Yes, I forget exactly what it is. It's like TYR or TRY. If you name yourself that, it crashes the game. That causes some weird overflow error. Ooh. Do some cool tricks. Yeah, look at that cool trick. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. I did want to see this because, yeah, this used to be a pre-rendered video in the PS1 version, but you can't do that here. So just... yeah, just put a massive Edge of Reality logo over there. Alright, now I did want to try something quick. I need to look this up. We're going to try some cheat codes here. So we're going to do... oh, yeah, right. Oh, here we go. Sound like it? Let me double check something, actually. Sorry about this. Oh, that's why. That should not be there. Screw it. I can make that work. Okay. There we go. What a great cheat code. So this, yeah, this is one of these cheat codes. I do have a second one. That, you put a button combination in and a picture of a girl comes up. These are probably... Oh, God, doesn't go away either. I didn't know that. Oh, this is way better. This is how you skateboard. Okay, let me check this other code. Yep, there we go. Okay, well that one not as obstructive on the image. But yeah, I wanted to show those off specifically. And yeah. Actually, what I might do quickly, because I know there is one more. Yeah, let me just... Okay. Now, actually, with my... Left, up, down, up. Oh, that probably did not work. Let me try one more time, and if not, we'll... Okay, no, I think that didn't work. Okay. Yeah, I'll finish my run, and then we'll move on. But as far as I can tell, this version is mostly fine. You know, the big advantage here is you get Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 without the texture warping stuff. Oh, tip, finish your tricks before landing. Okay. So, someone who's probably really, you know, invested deep into this series could probably highlight there are probably some game feel differences. And less load times. To an extent. There actually is a bit of loading in this version still. I'll quickly show it. Okay, yeah, we have them all unlocked. Yeah, less load times, but not by much, as you can see there. What's this? Is this Jerry was a race car driver? Woo! Oh, I like it's just all solo. Oh. Come on, Tony. Oh yeah, we just don't get vocals. Oh, that was a beautiful loop point. Yeah. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to show over here. So here we go. Oh! Yeah, in the PlayStation 1 versions, these boxes were a copy of Neversoft's Apocalypse for PlayStation 1. Here are Edge of Reality boxes. Oh, it doesn't render here. Oh, actually, I think there's a cheat code you have to put in. So it's not on game FAQs, but apparently there's a code maybe you put in, and it makes it so that another girl picture appears on the back of these boxes. Let me just double check, but I don't think the game FAQ... Yeah. For some reason, game FAQs does not have it. Yeah, no. Yeah, for some reason. Yeah, I don't have the cheat code for that. But let's just finish our run. Still got the high score tape. Oh, geez. Actually, you know what? We're unlocking enough levels here. I might as well keep going. Yeah, we'll try a contest. This will be, you know, good reference point. We're going to look at the N-Gage version, which will be the most comparable to this. Oh yeah, no balance meter. This is old school. I do wonder how many people maybe got into Tony Hawk games but didn't play this one or two first, or just have never really looked at them and aren't used to what it feels like when you don't have manuals, you don't have reverts. Unfortunately, I don't actually know the special input for the 900. Let's see if I can do it. It's not that. Yep, I don't know what it is. Actually, yeah, and you can't look up your moves here. Okay, let's try a better run this time. Oh, there we go. Got some vocals. Oh, I almost did not land that. Huh. I'm really trying to find the special inputs, but I'm having no luck, so... Yeah, oh, Edge of Reality did not do such a great job doing doing the loop points on the music. Oh, wow, that is a cool pro tip. Slime Generator mentions this is the only game in the series to have special inputs where you hit the direction at the same time. That I did not know. That's cool info. I think what it is, I'm used to, I think in most games they default his 900 input to like a down sideways input. Wow! I landed that somehow. Yeah, they really tried with the looping. Oh, that went weird. Come on, Tony, you can do it. Oh, that counted. Louis PSC saying, I remember not liking the move with Donna because I have trouble anticipating where the model is aiming. Yeah, I have the same issue. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you, Slime Generator. We have a list of specials. Look at that gold medal. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button there, mashing. Yep. Okay. Yeah, any of the grab tricks where the body twists. Oh yeah, I have that same problem. I guess, you know, that is a skill issue thing though. I guess if you're just good at you know, judging spin, especially if you're using L1, R1. Let's go on to downtown here. I already missed the letter. Look at that. Oh, that's so compressed. That's like more compressed than the other songs. And that's not like an effect added to this song in particular. Okay, when it comes to this part of the career, I do start to get less familiar. Okay, I remember that. Okay, that's just a point bonus up there. Okay, this is back at the start. Let's look up here. Okay, that's the T. Oh, there's A. Okay. Burp, burp. Whoa! I don't know how I landed that. Okay, let's speed this up here. Oh. Okay. I think if I'm careful, I can... I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. Okay. Yep, I'm not getting this. That was me trying to do a wall ride. Alright, let's give that one more go. Oh, there we go. Oh, what was that? What was that, Tony? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this draw distance looks better or worse here than the PS1 version. Oof. I think it's about the same. There we go, that's much better. Excuse me. I'll say compared to some of the other Nintendo 64 ports of Tony Hawk's games, this one seems fine, at least game feel wise. So at least if you wanted a good just reference point for how this feels. Okay, I missed a sign somewhere. This grind's always confused me. Oh. Felicity in chat saying would have been interested if they bothered to bring 4 over the N64. I get why they wouldn't though. Like the Nintendo 64 was long dead at that point. I wanna say Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 is straight up the last like North American release on Nintendo 64. Okay, I don't think I unlocked any more levels, but we might just stop it there. Yeah. So we've basically seen what this version has to offer. It is mostly the PlayStation 1 version. You know, again, none of the full motion video stuff. A very compressed sound in the soundtrack. But aside from that, Like, yeah, it's mostly fine. So we are now going. Oh, that's the wrong thing. My apologies. Okay, we're gonna swap game here. So yeah, so that I just wanted to briefly look at, and immediately I looked at it longer just because I ended up actually getting levels unlocked. But that gives you a rough idea of what Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 looked like. Revolutionary game, you know, for what it is. Like, it's still, you know, despite muscle memory play the later ones, it's still really pick up and playable to this day. But next, okay, there we go. We are gonna look at. What is going on? Never mind. Okay, not too bad. Yes, we're gonna look at the Game Boy Color version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So this was released on the 21st of March 2000, developed by Natsume. And I know what you're probably thinking, that yes, this is quite a tall order to get a game like Tony Hawk's onto a handheld system. And as you'll see, they had to do their own thing. Now, I'm not so super familiar with this. I know little bits. And I've got the manual if we need to, but we've got a couple of modes here. So we've got half pipe mode, tournament mode, and I think this is like a race mode. So let's start with half pipe mode here. We do have, look at that, we've got the same roster though. Let's try at least Steamer instead. Oh, look at that. We've even got a bunch of levels. We got the levels from the main version represented. We've got Burnside, Portland, Skate Park, Chicago, Downtown, Minneapolis. Oh, yep, that's Elise Steamer. That's what she looks like in sprite form. Okay, so you press A, and the amount of times you press A is how many rotations you do in the air. And then you use B in a direction to do tricks, I believe. But you also have to hump. With the... Oh. You have to pump with the pipe, so I have to hold, you know, the direction I'm going. Oh! Okay, but you have to also let go of the direction. One, two... Yeah, so it's... You cue your spins, basically. Is you press the button twice, you'll do a 360. Press it 3 times... 540, so on. Yeah, it's sometimes getting tricks to come out is weird. You have to completely let go of the D-pad. What happens if I press continue? Okay, well, let's see Kareem Campbell in Chicago. Oh, there we go. What the? Come on. There we go. Yeah, the wipeout animation is good. Takumira, I'm with you there. Oh! I biffed it. I'm actually not sure why some moves come out sometimes, even if I'm pressing the same inputs. Okay, impossible. Oh yeah, that was totally a different trick. Okay, we don't have diagonals. And yeah, you can't really do combination of tricks. I'm going to quickly check the manual again. I do have the manual for this. Let's see. Yeah, backflip, hill flip, 360 shove it. Oh, we do have A button tricks as well. Okay, let me try some of these A button tricks. That's our grab moves. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a Japan Air, right? There we go. But it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. You wouldn't think it because it's such a simple game, but sometimes inputs just don't work. Yeah, I think it wants you to press the direction and the button at very precise times. You know, at the exact same time, and if you don't, then, you know. Okay. Well, it's Tony. It's his game. Let's check out the final half pipe. Oh, I just realized how square his head looks. Do a trick. Yeah, you have to let go of buttons if you want to do combinations of tricks. It's really weird. Also, we've got one good song here. Yeah, you can't hold the grabs. They basically just work the same as flip tricks. Oh, jeez, Tony. Okay, yeah, start that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! Kamira in chat saying all the characters seem to be color swaps of each other. Yes, like a fighting game. Exactly. Yeah, that's the that's the secret technique they use. Oh, look at that! No points after timer. That's real messed up. Okay, so we've done that. Here's the other main mode. Let's see. Yeah, we'll stick with Tony. So here we go. Here's our other mode. Tony? Oh, okay. Okay, why can't... Okay, let me look at the manual for this again. Because I seem to be having trouble. Okay. Yeah, press left and right to turn left and right. Double tap up for a speed burst if you have one more speed power. Press the B button to power slide. Use the B button while turning. Press the A to jump over an obstacle. Now, there is a way to do tricks in this mode. Oh, okay, here we go. There's a separate part in the manual. I see. Okay, grinds are on B, grab tricks on A. Alright, let's give this a go. But if anyone here is a fan of the first Back to the Future game on NES, this is a game for you, I guess. What? I'm really confused how you get up to speed without the speed boosts, though. Oh! Ah, there was the tape. I missed the tape. I'm grinding! Oh, no, I'm not. What did I hit? Oh, that went real bad. Right, let's try stage 2. Oh, that's a garish palette. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm trying. There we go. Yes! Yes! So you have to press A in a direction to do the tricks. But it doesn't always come out. Whoa, did you see that? Not... Okay, well, we got rank 3 that time. And yeah, you do get some bonus points for doing the tricks. Downtown. Alright. Oh, I forgot, yeah, you gotta... That's how you do your sharp turns. Like, yeah, I'm trying so hard to do grab tricks. What the fuck happened there? Come on. Okay, I can do it in indie. That's the one trick I seem to be able to get to come out. And yeah, it's not easy to actually see what's coming up here. I know you don't have much resolution to work with here. Ah, I guess I'm the one-trick pony here, I'm sorry. I can't get any other trick to come out. Alright. Yep, there's my password. I'll go to the harbour. So yeah, as you can see, they didn't really try and emulate any specific levels from... Oh, why does this song sound like Ballroom Blitz? And yeah, you kind of auto-grind, but there is apparently ways to do other grind tricks. Look at that. Oh, almost had a combo going there. Okay, yeah, I did get a little bit of points there. Oh, this course seems like a pain. Like your reflexes have to be really on point. Oh, I'm trying so hard here to get anything going. What? I'm sorry, game. What's the... This is an overhand. What is this perspective? Yeah, I'm out of speed boost, so... No! Like, I feel like I'm missing something, because the other skaters seem to be able to accelerate way quicker than you do. Yay, the indie again! Do the ballroom blitz. Like, I'm pressing other directions. There we go, stealthfish. There we go. F1 in the chat says, yeah, why play Postgame on Game Boy? Well, yeah, I don't know. I always find a lot of handheld conversions of main console games just baffling to me. They were mostly just budget options, I think, because portable systems were so much cheaper than main systems at the time. These were basically just, oh yeah, if your parents can't afford to get you the current console, they'll get you this. So welcome to the stream. Come on. Oh, there we go. Look at that sick combo. But yeah. There was just this belief, just like, yeah, you gotta be on every hardware SKU you can. Like, yeah, when it gets going, you do really book it. But it feels like complete accident when I'm doing well a lot of the time. Also, why is that guy so much faster than me? And yeah, you know, this would have been a tall order, in my opinion, you know, to try and make any Tony Hawk game work on Game Boy Color. So you had to be inventive, do something very different. And it's funny, because in a way, this is closer to Tony Hawk's original vision, where he thought it was going to be all, like, downhill racing. If you've ever played the Sega arcade game Top Skater, kind of like that, or an earlier PS1 game that's very similar called Street Skater. Alright. Any more? What? Why is he hiding behind the tree? They didn't even invite him to the podium ceremony. Yeah, there's a couple of like famous songs that I think these chiptunes are trying to emulate. Just none of them quite sound right. Okay, so yeah, that's everything that this has. Like, think about that if you brought this back in the day. And what, we got like 20, 30 minutes of gameplay out of it? Like, yeah, you could replay to try and get better scores, but I don't think there's anything to unlock in this version. So, you know, correct me if I'm wrong out there. But, yeah, that's... I get with the hardware, but that's kind of a dreadful take on it. And you would question, like, maybe you just couldn't make a Tony Hawk style game work on Game Boy Color. But I will say, if you're looking forward to future episodes, there are some more impressive versions out there. But that's a tale for another time. So, let's swap here. Now, give me a bit here, because we have to swap to a new emulator here. Here we go. And then there we go. As mentioned earlier in chat, here's our final game. Final version we're looking at today, and this is like the one we're going to put the most time into because it's the one I find the most fascinating. This is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This was a launch title for the Nokia N-Gage, Nokia's failed attempts to get into the handheld gaming hardware. Great ideas. A lot of the system, like most of the ideas of the game of the N-Gage, would essentially become smartphones in like 5 years' time. They were just too early and using too weird hardware. Now, while we're getting to this, you'll notice some of the audio is going to be funky in the menus, but when we get into gameplay, it'll be fine. I think it's just with how this emulates. It emulates very weird. But I've previously played through this, so I have a full career 100% mode playthrough here with Tony. So yeah, see if I do this, it's just like, yeah, you've got everything. So yeah, see, now it sounds normal. You can change the frame rate to make the menu sound normal, but then the game speed goes wrong. So oh right, yeah. Oh, harsh. There we go. So yeah, let's go with Officer Dick. Why not? And we'll start with the warehouse. Here we go. And yeah, great point, Chamberlain, about the N-Gage. Definitely the wrong price point. Remember, they announced that there was going to be a price drop before the system came out. It is a fascinating story. Okay, so we're still going to have some crusty audio. N-Gage emulation, unfortunately, hasn't... I don't think it's made progress in a while, and it's still kind of funky. This seems a little off, though. Let me see if I can fix this a bit. Because here's the thing. I could set it to 60. And this will look insane. But this is not how it would have looked on the N-Gage. So... so I'm going to have to stick to 30, I think. Okay, that fixed the audio a little bit. So, for the time, you have to think, this was 2003. This does look kind of impressive when you think about it. Like, oh, this is a mobile phone device in 2003. Running a, like, decent proximity to what is Tony Hawk's, you know, Pro Skater 1. Though at the same time, it was also... Like, who's asking for... Who's asking for a port of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 in 2003? But this is probably one of the most impressive games for the launch system. And yeah, if you like compressed audio, we've got even more compressed audio here. Oh geez, didn't make that jump. So I feel like the warping here is even... Yeah, this is way worse warping than you would have had on PS1. Is that the only letter I have left? Probably. Let's see. There we go. There, Benihana at the end. There we go. Yep. Oh. There we go. How do you accept? There we go. Give this one more go. So, hang on, actually. I'm gonna quick... No. Okay, I'll just talk about... So, yeah, the controls for this are very strange, because you were playing on what would have been a, you know, a mobile phone keypad back at the time. Also, yeah, if I remember right, when you retry a stage, the music does not change in this version. Like, as shockingly accurate as it is in some places, this is a very compromised version. And yeah, as impressive as it was partially at the time, the Sony PlayStation Portable was not long after this, and you could run pretty much any, you know, I don't know if it's all the entire PS1 library, but you could run most PlayStation 1 games on that system. So, getting this. And yeah, the DS, you know, was a more capable system. That's why I test that I see this system as, you know, ahead of its time, but in a bad way, because it was doing things that just, you know, the infrastructure for a lot of the multiplayer, high score online stuff wasn't there yet. No, we don't have looping music though. I think these are just compressed versions of the actual songs. So, you know, getting cartridge stuff on N-Gage cartridges, there'd been some improvements there. Alright, I think I could just end run now. Yep. New deck! There we go. For some reason you have to press the button twice there. Yeah, Emerald, Sundisk mentioning playing a lot of the DS Nintendo games. Again, we'll get to them, but those are cool. Those were made by Vicarious Visions, and those are like weird extra. Yeah. Okay. This is annoying. I think to like fix the audio, I'm gonna have to come into here and. But I don't want to just run the game at 60, because that's not how this would have looked, you know? Oh, appropriate song for Officer Dick here. Because you can barely hear the lyrics. Everyone remember this part of the level that like no one ever goes back to? But you know, it's outside of the pre-rendered FMV video stuff, like any of the real footage. Outside of that, like this is a full package version of this game. And as I'll show in a bit, there are some other extras in here as well. Right. There we go. Definitely a rough draw distance on this though. I think that's the thing that, even outside of just the warping, the draw distance is really scaled back. Can't. Oh, sorry, that's not the Edge of Reality logo. That's the really old Neversoft logo before they had the eyeball. My bad. I got that wrong earlier. I'm just so used and I'm so not used to that logo. Oh, okay. You know what? I think parts of this song are cut, so they don't do weird looping, but they definitely have messed with the audio. Oh, there you go. There's a pro score. There we go. Can you actually... Where do you see the goals in this? Grind 5 tables. There it is. Pro Strike said, when I was a kid, the school and downtown levels looked quite big for me on N64. Yeah, yeah. And, ooh, it'll change from here. Okay. Let's see if we can do this one. I remember... Right. As I mentioned, this was not the first Tony Hawk I played. I came to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 a little bit. It would have been like 2001, 2002. So I don't think I had a PlayStation 2 yet. Oh. Okay. Quick restarts though. Like, really quick over the Nintendo 64 version. Oh, look at the warping when you go through the tunnel there. Whoa! How did I make that jump? Oh, okay. Let me just... Okay, yes. I think that is where the secret tape is. God, the audio in this is so crusty. Imagine you... had this system back in the day and you were like playing it on earphones. Okay, let's just play it safe. There we go. Woo! Officer down. Alright, now I'll admit I do not remember where all the tables are. Ah. I probably already missed some. Yeah, see, now this is a level where... and a goal where the draw distance does hurt a bit. It's actually kind of hard to spot. Also the resolution. This is definitely lower resolution than the PlayStation 1, but that's probably obvious for the game. But like, look as they draw in. They're just a mess of pixels. I would actually be curious if... So this was Ideas Work, this version, in 2003. I forgot to give the release date and the developer. So yeah, this was Ideas Works 3D, who I think from looking up were pretty much an N-Gage developer. So they might have been owned or set up by N-Gage. Nokia. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the last table is up here. Yep, there it is. Let's see if we could get... Oh! Oh. Yeah, the draw distance there, going in and out of the building, there's really funny. Oh, I'm glad I went in there. Oh, that was beautiful. But yeah. Yeah, Big Ben... Big Bean, sorry. BigBean.gov in chat mentioned. This probably would have blown my mind all the time. Yeah. Like, in a way, it's really impressive, as crusty as it sounds. Alright, let's do them all. Yeah, smash 5 directories. Hidden tape. Sure. Okay, I might just... That fix it? Okay, that fixed it. Kind of? Again, I could put the frame rate at 60 and fix the audio, but it wouldn't be what this game actually looks like, so I don't want to misrepresent it. Hang on, yeah, I've got to fix that. I don't know why, but I think it's just the... Oh no, that's just how compressed that audio is. That's how that sounds. Okay, you know what? Just for audio's sake, I'm gonna keep this at 60. This is gonna look way smoother. This is not what this would have looked like on N-Gage, but it will help with the audio issues. To an extent. Also, it's just weird seeing Tony Hawk's 1 run at this frame rate. Yeah, RTX mode on. Again, I want to emphasize, you know, that a lot of this could be related to emulation. Oh god, the draw distance here! It, like, got worse. Oh. Yeah, they compressed this one really bad, so it's just really crusty. Oh shit, they kept the apocalypse boxes, look! Okay, we did pretty good there. Oh, I've got left. Okay, I didn't do all the directories, so I didn't get the hidden tape. Pro Striker 92 wondering what would have happened if the N-Gage had released as just a gaming system. It might have helped to a degree. So a lot of this, my knowledge of the N-Gage admittedly comes from Stop Skeletons from Fighting video, one that's actually written by Cass. Funny enough, Cassidy was the writer on that. That goes through the history. But my understanding is that the marketing and the way the system was sold was very confusing for people, where they, you know, they were trying to sell as this big game system, but then it wasn't in game retailers. You needed a SIM card to even play games on it. And like just all sorts of weird things. Like most places that were selling it were phone shops. Okay. Okay, I've missed the tape, but whatever. Yeah, the draw distance here. At least when you're actually playing, though, the physics do seem accurate to the original. Which can still be a little awkward at times. There we go. There we go. I'm having to use a very strange button layout to play this, because this was a fucking keypad game. Okay, there we go. Got a different song now. Okay, I think I can... Oh dear. I think that's where the secret tape is in this level. I also have to be careful that my, you know, some of the gold placements and stuff were different in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, and also the various, like, classic modes. Oh. Yeah, that's where it is. But, that's gonna be kind of hard with these stats. I should be able to do it. I think I could take advantage of jumps, though, to retain my balance. I don't think you get penalized for jumping on the same rail like you do in the later games. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, so there you go. That's how we get to listen to different songs. Also, I forget who it was in chat, but someone else earlier asked if Superman by Goldfinger is in this version. It's one of the songs missing, straight up. A lot of the soundtrack is in this version, but for some reason, that song is cut just completely. Oh, that was my fault. I didn't press grind. And yeah, playing this on emulator with a proper controller also helps. You have to remember how again, playing something with a phone keypad, like how busted that would feel. And again, if you want some like real hardware impressions, watch the Stop Skateboarders for Fighting video. Jeez. Okay, yeah, great question from BigBean.gov. Does this version handle the soundtrack better or worse? So it's a kind of in the middle, because though it does have full versions of the songs, so they're no longer cut up or missing sections. They're way more compressed. Oh. I'm gonna give this one more go, and if I don't get it, then I'll just go to the next level. I want to say though, for downhill levels, you know, that have this like downward slope kind of things, Moore is actually one of my favorite downhill levels in the series. Whereas Downhill Jam is my least favorite downhill level in the series. Oh. The current song, yeah, there'll be missing songs in the N64 version as well. Also, I'm sorry, I am trying again. I have to. Coming off the dick. And yeah, we don't allocate stat points in this, you just get better stats when you unlock stuff. You just get the new boards. Okay, you know what? Jumping actually seems like a bad idea, because if you're off balance, it's a little tricky. But yeah, the audio quality is so rough in. Again, some of that's going to be down to emulation. I think this just emulates very strange. And who knows, maybe like running this at a higher frame rate is causing problems. Oh, does special effect balance? I don't remember. I'm really bad. I actually don't remember a lot of that kind of stuff in these games. I'll give this one more go, but I can always just go back to my Tony Hawk save that just has everything unlocked. Oh god, you can barely hear the music here. Okay, you know what? Let's just go to the next level here. We'll do a contest. Bomb say, I always wanted to get this emulator to run on my Steam Deck, but the big issues are the controls. Yes. At least you can kind of map stuff, at least with this one, because the buttons are simple enough. Yeah, Benihana. Yeah, you can kind of tell that the game is not supposed to run at this frame rate because a lot of the animations Like when you're doing individual flip tricks, you can see that they were animated at a lower frame rate. But, you know, I want to give stream like the best possible audio at this point. Because I've forgotten how crusty the audio is in this version. Whee! Look at that. Woo! Mouse T saying, it looks so cool though, they didn't even bother to get the Dreamcast version to run like this. Yeah, that version I didn't include just because it's, in that case, that's a slightly better version. Also, welcome, Puppet Kingdom. Yes, this is the N-Gage version. You know, as the stream title is, it's not so Pro Skater. You know, it's not how you remember it. But yeah, if you're wondering about doing spins L1, R1, you have to remember this was a system that didn't have shoulder buttons, so non-starter there. Oh, Sock Puppet can say, fun fact, Euro Barge, the most profane song, is uncensored in this version. Interesting, because I think Police Truck is slightly censored. Like, bits of it are missing, I think. You know, there we go. Okay, we'll skip ahead a bit, because we saw Downtown. We'll do Downhill Jam. Oh, look at that draw distance. Also, they've had to do some weird stuff with the ground here. Like, sometimes the texture work looks fine, and then sometimes it looks like this. Like, they've had to compress it so much to work. Yeah. Downhill Jam and die. Exactly right, Pro Striker. Oh, Mountain Dew, though. I actually don't remember if that advertisement is in the original version or if that's specific to this version. Yeah. This is one of the worst things about the downhill levels in this game. Is they just... And it's... I think that's one of the things that's kind of annoying about this version, is that they could have maybe tried to put some improvements from the later games in. Like, I think of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, which I would like to look at. I just need to see if I have the means to do it. No, the problem there is they didn't actually rebalance the goals for having manual. Oh yeah, Pro Strike mentioned this level's in Fug 2. Yeah, this level is actually in the most Tony Hawk, like, there's a couple of levels that have been in almost all the Tony Hawk games, and Downhill Jam is one of them. Oh, whoa. Which is a shame, because I don't like it that much. Oh, audio. Oh, yeah. Because, yeah, if you miss stuff, it's such a pain to go back up. You know, hang on, maybe I can just... That'll help a little bit. Also, yes, yeah, Sock Puppet Kingdom mentions it's in Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam for DS with some extra sections. And Mini, I have not played that version of the level yet. I need to play more of Downhill. Okay, let's see if I can at least get the secret tape. Yeah, this gap is really hard. Okay, I don't have enough time. Jeez. I do not know what happened there. There we go. Something's weird with the jump sometimes, where it doesn't activate. There's a valve there. That's the next one. God, honestly, doing these goals, if you weren't that familiar with them from the main version, I feel like would actually be really hard. Just because of the weird draw distance. Some of the change visuals, things like that. I actually forgot, because I have played this version in the past. I forgot how bad the draw distance was. Where are all the valves? I always forget this. Okay, yeah, there's one up there. Come on, come on. And yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Sock Puppy, yeah. He plays on an actual N-Gage. There we go. Playing with the actual keypad's even worse. Oh wow, yeah, they really have to cut out so much. Okay, yeah, this is a contest. Okay, they at least managed to do some geometry outside the level here. Obviously, this is a way smaller one. Burnside is kind of fun. Funny enough, my favourite version of Burnside is actually from the game Grind Session because they made the level a little bigger. They added a bit of a level behind these stone fins here. And I think they added some stuff over the railing as well. Because this is a real skate park, but it's very small. Oh yeah, I'm skating like a champ here. Yeah, yeah. It's so funny to me that the music cannot update half the time. Oh, there's the eyeball. I was trying to see if I could figure out any Officer Dick moves. Oh, I think I did there. Okay, let's try to get special once more. I think it was... I don't know how I did it now. Nah. Never mind. Woo! Oh, look at that. That's a way better score. Oh, let's try once more. I'll say that is one of the probably the awkward bits of coming back to this first game is the contest levels, because it feels like the best way to get score in the contest levels is just to find a quarter pipe or a bowl and just do this. Which maybe I'm wrong, but oh, hang on. I will read that sock puppet because that's a good comment. I just need to finish doing Benny Hanna's. There we go. Yep, Sock Pocket Kingdom says, the reason why the song doesn't change for every retry is because of how the songs are stored on the cartridge. They need a loading screen because they have to be decompressed first. Okay, interesting. That is cool. Oh, hang on. Okay, yeah, we skipped downtown. I remember. Oh, yeah, and then we got streets here. San Francisco streets. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on how this audio would be on the actual system. But yeah, you could tell that this is running at the wrong speed because the traffic here becomes crazy. That's not right. Can't believe Officer Dick's wrecking the cop cars. Yeah. It'd be nice if N-Gage emulation did get a bit better, just because there's so many weird games and versions on the system. Yeah, hang on here. Pro Striker. I'll quickly turn it down to... why is it not letting me? Never mind. The emulator's not letting me go to the option menus anymore. I was running it at 30 earlier, Sock Puppet Kingdom. But it was fucking with the audio too much. So just for stream quality's sake, I just set it to 60. But yeah, it does fuck with game speed logic in some areas. And yeah, the cars are one of them. Boom. Also, I think this... I could be wrong. I think this emulator also does N-Gage 2, but I could be wrong about that. That might be a different emulator. Alright, and then, yeah, let's just look at Roswell quick. And then... there's one specific thing to this version that's the main thing to show off here. That I can just go into the free skate to show. Yeah, I forgot how compressed the audio is in this. Okay, yeah, they still have this bit. Oh yeah, I think this is the Eurobarge song. Yeah, I think it is uncensored here. I think they just said bullshit, which, yeah, I think that's A higher rating than this game should have. Well, you know, it would make it a higher rating than it has. Wow, that was pretty good for just kind of fucking around. Oh, okay, that was your barge. Okay, well, I think that song is also uncensored because I think they just said the word bullshit in it. Oh, my muscle memory's coming back in. I keep trying to manual. It doesn't work. Oh, okay, okay. So the bullshit's uncensored in the original. That's funny. I do remember, though, sometimes there would be games from, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, when they started to be able to do CD audio. They sometimes were very inconsistent about what words they would censor. Alright. There we go. And that's our end credits movie, because we don't have a pre-rendered video, we just get this. This is good, because I need to take a water break. There you go. There's the idea works. So yeah, look at these assets. I assume the PlayStation 1 version was the main source and not Edge of Reality's N64 version. Okay, but there's some bonus stuff to show off here. We have 4, look at that, 4 levels, and yes, Tommy Tallarico was apparently worked on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, vetting the soundtrack. I don't know how true that is. But we have New York City! So yeah, you don't get golds with any of these. But, so yeah, so these are 4 levels taken from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. But you'll notice some changes. So you don't get any dynamic objects on them. For one, so yeah, you don't get traffic on this level. And yeah, there, look, there we go. Also, I did something real fucked up with the audio there. So yeah, the entire secret area from the subway rail tracks, that's just completely cut. Also, yes, music does not play on these versions of the levels for some reason. I don't know why. I assume it's some technical limit. It's also funny to see that they put point bonuses in the levels, because I think those just straight weren't in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I'm pretty sure they weren't. So yeah, so with this one, most of the... I think the cut is mostly the secret area here, and also the subway part. It's weird, the subway part's there, you just physically can't get to it, but, you know, the geometry for it is still up there. And I can see there's actually a point bonus up there as well. It's really hard to see, but I think I just spotted it. Yeah, hang on. If you look between the tracks at the top, I saw it coming the other way. Look, first off, why is there a point bonus there up there? How would you even get that? But yeah, keep looking at the tracks. Yeah, see it? It's really, really hard to see. If you look right at the top of the screen, under where the 200 is, you can see that pixel spinning. That's a point bonus. How would you ever get that? You can't open the subway in this. So yeah, that's New York. And then we've got Hannah. I don't know why they're in such a weird order as well. Like, why they didn't put Hannah first. So yeah, Hannah... Oh. Which, by the way, this is like... I feel like, to me, this is... even more so than Foundry and Tony Hawk's 1. This is like the quintessential Tony Hawk's Pro Skater level to me. So the other thing you'll notice that none of the destructible parts can be destroyed here. So this is just open. The wind tunnel here is just open by default. You can come in here. I'm guessing some of the placement, they probably took placements of the cash pickups from the career mode. Maybe. I can figure out most goals. And yeah, you cannot get into that little secret area here. The helicopter's already gone and the roof's already broken down here. They kept the barrels though. Of all things. But yeah, see look. You can't even change audio stuff there. But if you were thinking, oh, playing these levels, you'll get the Tony Hawk's 2 mechanics. Like, no, you don't get manual here. And I can't remember. I think you can do a 2-minute run in these. Yeah, I think this is... yeah, this was always just a dead end up here. Yep. Oh, yeah, yeah. Marcia says it's like a reverse version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skate 2X on the Xbox. Yeah, pretty much. And then, yeah, we got Philly. Oh, look at the fountain there. Yeah, we've got the famous Tony Hawk's Pro Skater statue. I mean, looking at the cuts that they had to do to get these levels working, and I don't know if those cuts were specifically to get this working in the Tony Hawk's 1 code, you know. Like, maybe if they had tried to work on a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 port, that they could have done the full levels. But there are, you know, as we've seen, there's already compromises in the Tony Hawk 1 levels, just they're very minor. So this one, the main cut, is FDR from what I remember. Yeah, like FDR here. You see, look, it's not even draw distance, and look, you can still see there's a point bonus through the fence. But the FDR skate park is just completely cut. But I think everything else in this level is still here. There might be one... there might be something cut back here. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, Sock Puppet Kingdom in chat says, someone in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skate community told me the N-Gage levels were based off versions of the levels that were cut down for Tony Hawk's Pro Skate 2 split screen. Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't know. I actually did not play a lot of split screen Tony Hawk. If I ever did multiplayer, we would do horse. That, you know what, that might be right. I'm gonna have to load up Tony Hawk's 2 again and see. Oh, what was that? Can I reproduce that? What the fuck happened there? What if... okay, someone will have to confirm if this was like this in the original version. There's some sort of weird invisible gap there. Also, you can see they've kind of done cuts here. Okay, they did keep traffic on this level at least. Just not on, the other one. Okay, there's one more thing that I think is cut from this level, but it's just kind of hard to tell because of the draw distance. Let me see. Okay, no. So there is a kind of a cut. I think there's supposed to be a big long rail that goes to the top of this building here, and I think that's cut. Yeah. That's the one benefit for running this at 60 FPS is you do get the funny taxis. I don't know why this Symbian OS emulator is no longer letting me go into the menu to change stuff. Alright, here's our last one. Now this one, I had not checked out properly. This one is egregious. There are huge cuts to this level. And I don't know why, because it's like smaller than the other levels. Like, yeah, the entire... all this, where the sand is here, this is all cut. There's supposed to be flat ground, the quarter pipes. Like, where that point bonus is where the quarter pipes are supposed to be. And all along here... like, you can see they've even placed objects down here because those would have been goals. And yeah, across from this fence, there would have been stuff all over here. And yeah, there was like a back... this bit's kind of similar, but there is like a little back path that's cut. Also, shockingly, it's hard to see. Yeah, look. They do render the windsurfers. Surprisingly. But they did keep all the roofs. And yeah, there's like a back section around here. Like there's a little bit of it here, but there's supposed to be more of it back here. But yeah, this one they've cut like maybe a third or more of the level out. Genuinely. And yeah, I wonder if just they had to, like there was no way to get them fully working on this engine. Or just this hardware. And again, that really speaks to the problem with the N-Gage. It's, yeah, showing a authentic, like decently authentic version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 on a handheld system in 2003 is impressive. But you could have done so much better if you just tried to do a more bespoke version. Like, look at what the DS Tony Hawk games were doing. Like, those are way more expansive, and they actually do run at a good frame rate on a native hardware. And they have, like, decent-sized levels and things. You know, Skateland and Proving Ground. And I'll throw in Downhill Jam in there. Okay. But I think that is pretty much everything to show off in this version. Okay, yeah, so you can do high school runs of these. And yeah, can't do N-Gage Arena stuff. That's online. But yeah, it's fascinating version. Again, if you ever want to learn more about N-Gage stuff in general, go watch the Stop Skeletons from Fighting video. That's Johnny Baghead approved, even if Cassidy didn't work on him. When I found out Cassidy worked on that, I was like, whoa! Mind blown. But that really goes into depth with stuff. Even with N-Gage 2.0 things. But yeah, so we, you know, here, I'll go to the epilogue screen. And yeah, this is going to be a shorter stream, honestly, because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, kind of a small game, not too much to show off there. So I think we're just going to come to the end screen here. So yeah, that was that was a trip we started with decent with the Nintendo 64 version to really trying their best but not doing great with that Game Boy Color version, and ahead of its time but still too compromised N-Gage version. Again, that N-Gage version I just find fascinating, just considering what portable hardware was doing that would come out like a few years after that. But yeah, you know, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, it's still decently fun to go back to. It is a very simple game. You know, it's the foundation for what would become the series. So it is probably the most basic one to port. And then as stuff, you know, expands. Because what we'll do, the next stream, we'll probably do episode 2 of the Not So Pro Skater next, Bad Game Hall of Fame, where we'll look at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. And there, oh boy, we have a lot of versions to look at. We have Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64, and no promises if we can get some way to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X. That'd be, maybe not the full game, but at least look at those terrible bonus levels. We'll see on that. That might have to be a bonus level, bonus stream down the line. But, you know, thank you for coming to the show. If you enjoyed the show, consider supporting us on Patreon, subscribing on Twitch or on YouTube. But if you cannot, totally understandable. You know, oh yeah, I forget. Doesn't let me do it there. But there we go. There's all the things in chat. But backing us on any of those gives you access to the Patreon Saints channel in the Discord, where you can help vote on future playthroughs on the streams, and also just, you know, help discuss things behind the scenes. And long term, this will give you access to some of the exclusive content, like the VODs for the Casual Mondays. If you cannot support us, that's totally fine. It's understandable. Just being here means the world to me. I know it means the world to everyone else. But if you cannot, that's fine. But consider checking out, we have a suggested viewing playlist on YouTube. That's about 20 videos that are good onboarding ones. If you check those out, send them to a friend. You know, also, you know, the VOD for this will be up on YouTube. Send this to any Tony Hawk Pro Skaters you know in your life. How many Tony Hawk Pro Skaters do you know, chat? And what will be coming up schedule-wise? So, tomorrow, at the normal time, which I believe is 8 PM Eastern Standard Time, or summertime. I forget time zones, how they work with the stupid clock changes. But Cassidy and Sharky will return with Cursed Kart Racing, I think episode 12. But they are finishing up 6th generation and some other oddball ones. They've been having a lot of fun with those games, let me tell you. But be sure to tune into that. And then Tuesday currently has not been scheduled, but there will be a stream on Tuesday. Obviously there'll be casual Mondays, casually on Monday. And we should have a Patreon poll up before and sorted for Thursday. But that's not currently up. There we go. We also have a podcast. I think that's at Bad Game. Actually, let's see. Do we have a command for the podcast? We do! There we go. Podcast.badgamehallofame.com. I think our latest episode should be going up soon if it isn't up already. But go check that out. We release those bi-weekly, so check it out. And I think that's everything. I will quickly check. I'm not sure if I can do this, but let me see if I can. If I can raid into anyone. Yeah, I don't think I've got that set up yet, so I'm just going to wrap up here. Again, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming. Keep it gnarly. Keep it tubular. Bleh. I don't have a ton to stick out, but just imagine. Bleh. Alright. Bye, everybody!